Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. As you see, we are doing things a little bit different today. I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, which is my first time doing a video like this, so I'm pretty excited. And today's topic is going to be a recap of year 2020. I am sure that everyone has had an interesting year 2020, to say the least. We've all had to overcome many obstacles, just many changes that we did not foresee coming in no way, shape, or form. This year was definitely a different and crazy one, but I'm sure it has taught us all a lot and taught us something that's going to stick with us for life, I'm sure. So yes, we made it this far, last day of 2020, and we are ready to take on 2021. It's going to be prosperous. I feel it. 2021 is going to be our year, okay? All of our year. So yes, this video today, I'm going to discuss the good of 21, the bad, and also the ugly. I'm going to discuss some topics that I'm sure a lot of you may be, I don't know, maybe if you're nosy a little like me, you may be wondering like, something is going on. Something is a little different. You may be wondering, if you like me, you may be wondering. So you may just find out in this video what's going on. So yes, stay tuned and let's get into this video. My year. So as a lot of you may know, the beginning of 2020, actually a year ago from today, me and my family moved to Maryland for a great opportunity. It was, it was cool. I was excited about the move. I was like, all right, new beginnings, new place, new year. Like, it just all seemed so perfect, like perfect. I mean, who wouldn't want to start their year off like that in a new location with new opportunities? So we made the move. January was cool. February was cool. February, I actually got a new car. I got my master's this year, so I was like, hey, why not? I'm like, hey, why not buy myself something I really like? If nobody else is gonna get me a gift, gotta get my own self a gift, And I felt like I deserved it. Going to school, being a wife, mother, all of that, like all at the same time. Full-time student, full-time mother, full-time wife, no part-time, nowhere in between. I felt like I deserved it. So I bought myself a Mercedes, and yeah, I felt good about that. So February was a good month as well. Then here comes March. And that's also when, Corona got big and all the shutdowns started happening. So, at first they're like 2-week shutdown. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, CJ's home with me. It's all gonna be cool. Mind you, I'm already working from home. So I've been working from home since January, since I moved. So I'm like, cool, CJ's gonna be home with me. Just everybody's home. We're just all gonna be home having a good old time. I mean, spending time together. So 2 weeks go by, then the shutdowns are just getting like extended. And then kids are home for the rest of the school year doing virtual learning. So things started to get a little bit stressful because now I'm trying to manage virtual learning where you're basically the teacher, virtual learning, as well as working from home, as well as a 2-year-old is running around getting into everything. And the daddy's at work, so I'm at home doing all of this by myself. So yeah, that was a little stressful, but we made it through. Clearly, we're here. So I made it through that. Finally, school's over. I'm like, yes, school's over. Now things could be a little bit more normal. Kids are still home, but things could be a little bit more normal. I don't have that much to do from day to day. So school's over. May, I graduate, as I just mentioned. I graduated with my master's. So yeah, I'm upset that I don't get to walk because of COVID, of course. So that's another little upsetting thing. Another milestone that I'm missing, and this just different than what it should have been. So we go into the summer months. You know, things are starting to open up a little bit, but not like we're used to. Still gotta wear masks and stuff. So summer months summer months come along, and I was able to take one vacation this summer. I went to Houston for a weekend. That was nice. Everything was pretty much open there. And then July, I didn't go anywhere in July, was pretty much just home. So I didn't really do much. And that's when I started feeling myself, you know, not really, I've never been like a depressed stage. So I wouldn't say depressed, but I just started thinking like, dang, I'm really here by myself. I mean, I know it's Corona and people aren't doing anything back home, but it's like at least they're still hanging out, going to each other's house. And I'm up here at home, just me and the kids every single day, 24/7, like not doing anything. And I think that started to take a toll on me. Like my mood did start to change. I'm not gonna get emotional during this video. I'm not. All right, pause. Okay, bring it back in. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, okay, so I'm home all alone with the kids 24/7. So like, dang, like this is kind of starting to suck. Like, when are things gonna start back opening up, you know? Like, I don't like this. School started back. Kids are still in virtual learning. This time's a little bit different. You're not too much the teacher, but you know, still kind of got to be right there by the kids. So I tried to make that fun, made the whole little learning area in my kitchen to make it look like school. Did the best that I could with that to make the experience as good as possible for myself and CJ. So I think that worked out pretty well. It made him feel like he was in school a tad bit. So that was what, like September? Yeah. Well, no, school in Maryland started the last week of August. So that was the last week of August. Then September comes along, and was it September? Or was it the end of August? I don't know. Between the end of August and September, that's when things got a little bit rocky, guess you could say. Me and my old man, we could say at this point, we had a conversation, and we're just like, yeah, this isn't working. He wasn't happy. I thought I was happy at the time, but now it's like I know that I wasn't. Like, I've learned so much during this time period that we've been not together. So yeah, so we had that conversation, and we decided that, hey, it's best that we go our separate ways. And it was really hard. It was. We had been together since I was in high school, and I'm now 26. So since 18, we were together almost 8 years. So yes, that was pretty hard. But of course, I made it through. I'm here. So we had that conversation, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna stay up here in Maryland, so I'm gonna move back to Virginia where all of my friends and family is. So I do that, and I do this within like a 2-week time span. I decided, hey, I'm gonna move. I was gonna wait till January, but that would have just been too long to be, I feel like that would have been worse on me. So I said, no, I'm gonna go ahead and move now and come back home to, you know, where I'm loved at. And that's what I did. I moved back. I found an apartment on I applied to an apartment on a Tuesday, got approved on a Wednesday. and was in Virginia by that Saturday. So it was really fast. Like, packed up all of my kids' stuff, all of my stuff, like that. Mind you, I'm packing by myself. So like, I look back on it still and I'm like, wow, I really packed up basically our whole house. The only thing I'm leaving is his clothes. So I'm like, wow, I basically packed up our whole house in 2 days by myself. Like, how did I do that? But I did it. I made it happen. And did I do this? Do the thing. This is hard talking into a makeup. But yeah, I made it happen. So I moved back home, and I honestly thought that I was gonna be like, you know, all sad and stuff. For one, I'm the type of person who does not like to be home alone. Like, I hate it. I literally hate being home alone. And now it's like I had no choice but to be home alone with the kids. Like, this is our new life. So at first it took a little bit to get used to, but now I go to bed at night perfectly fine. No worries. Like, I'm not scared no more. So yes, we went through that, unpacked everything, learned to be home alone, and yes, here we are now. I made it through that big bump of life. Like, that was literally, I'm gonna say, maybe my hardest part of life, getting through that, because it was literally a big change for me. Like, getting used to dating again, all of that was just new for me. So now I'm here to say that through this process, although it was hard, I'm not even gonna finish my makeup. Although it was hard, I really did learn, well, I'm still learning. I've learned a lot about myself, what I'm capable of, what I like as far as dating. Like, you know, we were together so young that it was more so like a, okay, go with the flow type of thing. And now I'm grown, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not accepting that. Oh no, you tripping. Like, I know that right there is not gonna be good for me. I know that's toxic. I know, yeah, like, no, I know what I want and what I don't want at this point. And I feel like that's actually really the best thing that has came out of this situation. Yeah, I feel like it's the best thing that has came out of this situation. I've really been just kind of like having more fun, hanging with my friends more. You know, when you're the married one out of the group and all of your friends are, I mean, some are single, some have boyfriends, but it's like you're the married one. It's just like, I don't want to do this. I'm married, so, you know, I want to be respectable and not do this, not do that, not run the streets. But now I'm not running the streets, because that's still not, I mean, that's just not my lifestyle. But it's like now I'm just learning what I really like personally. And it's not about what somebody else likes. It's all about what I like. I'm doing what I like for me, myself, my kids. Like, I wake up and I just like, I feel free. Every day I just feel free. Not saying I didn't feel free before, but it's like I just really feel it's just this feeling of freedom that I could do whatever I want, which I could still do whatever I want. Like, I wasn't in a controlling type of situation, but it's just a different sense of freedom, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm clearly not gonna finish my makeup on this video. I'm gonna have to do it after the video because this is hard. But yeah, so that is pretty much what has happened. The holidays were, after getting over the first bump, the holidays were probably my next two bumps that were a little, you know, like, oh, this is not the same. I mean, honestly, even today, last day of the year, is not the same. My kids aren't here. I'm just probably gonna go out with my friends. So yeah, it's still little moments where I'm like, wow, this is kind of different. But I feel like I made it through the two major holidays. Well, 3 if you include my birthday. Made it through my birthday, made it through Thanksgiving, and I made it through Christmas. And now I feel like I'm ready to take on the world. Okay, I'm ready to take on the world at this point. Without my friends and my family, my birthday probably would have been a complete mess. But I will say that my friends had me out like at least 2 weeks out of October for my birthday. We were definitely doing things. So yeah, I definitely appreciate them for that. That was really got me through. So I told myself I was not gonna cry on this video, but that definitely got me through my birthday. And yeah, so where am I going with this? I think I covered everything I wanted to cover so far in this video, but pause again. I covered everything I wanted to cover so far in this video, but I just want to end it by saying, love yourself first. Yeah, love yourself first. You have to love yourself first in order to love somebody else effectively, efficiently, all of that, whichever word makes the most sense. Because right now my mind not thinking right. It's not thinking on that master's level. But yeah, love yourself first, and then the rest will fall into place. Don't go looking for love. Don't go looking for anything. It will come to you. Trust me, I'm definitely learning that. Like I'm definitely learning that. Dating it's interesting being grown. It's definitely interesting being grown. But yeah, the single life, not a fan of it. To be honest, I'm not a fan of the single life. But especially when my cars and their tires going flat, opening the wine bottle, the little things that you don't think of, you're like, dang, I can't do this. But guess what, girl? You gotta do it yourself, because yeah, we independent out here. But yes, love yourself first, and the rest will all fall into place on God's timing. All right. So before I finally end this video, I just want to say that there's no bad blood between us. For the most part, we are cool. And yeah, that last chapter has, I'm sure, probably taught both of us a lot. And now we're ready to move on to the next chapter of our lives. And yeah, I hope that everyone learned something from this video, at least one takeaway. Love yourself first, and the rest will fall into place. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy watching videos like this and want to have maybe another sit down talk, leave some topics down below in the comments. I actually kind of enjoyed doing this video. I didn't think I would as much. Thought I was gonna get stumbled up. I did a little bit, but not too bad. And yes, I just want to wish you all, before I wish you all that, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I just want to wish you all a great new year. It's gonna be a prosperous one. And yes, year 2021, we're ready.